My name is Engineer Emezomu Gochukwu, as the CEO Eagles Heritage Limited. Friends call me Engineer Talented, and I'm up to begging questions.
My name is Pascal Luca. I'm a safety engineer. This is begging questions.
Does getting the PVC eliminate bad governance? Obviously not true.
Oh, well, not entirely so, I would say. It's one thing to get a PVC, it's another thing to vote.
What getting the PVC could possibly do, if voting wisely, if one is able to vote wisely, is to eliminate bad government, not bad governance. Bad governance, in the quote, is a big word. It has to do with people who are being governed and people who are governing. So people who are governing might be very able to do their best, while people who are being governed are not doing anything to help themselves.
We are in the system that we don't actually have a working infrastructure that assure, that guarantees a free and fair pool. If all of us have PVC and then we all go to vote, how does our vote count? That's the most important thing in Nigeria. It's not about getting a PVC, it's about how does the vote count.
PVC may likely just give you a room to make a choice. It's not going to eliminate bad governance in any way. If you make mistake in voting in the wrong persons, the system continues.
So getting the PVC is not entirely the answer to eliminate bad governance in Nigeria. It's one thing to get the PVC, it's another thing to have an accurate number of voters. It's another thing for the card reader to let the people who have the PVC vote. So for Nigeria, in most cases of the election, if I realize that most cities, most hamlets don't even have the INEC official, don't get there on time. So the election are postponed to another weekend or something like that. So these are likely the unforeseen circumstances that will happen, yes, that actually jeopardize the transparency of this election.
I would say sometimes, to a reasonable extent, our governments are just doing their best. While we, the citizens, really are not really putting number of effects to ask our questions, to ask our rights, to ask, why are these things not working? We just accept because of tribalism, because of ethnicity or religion. But the fact is, your brother that is there, it's his turn, it's our turn, let's insist it remains there. Let's insist whether it's going bad or not, it's our turn.
From what is going on now, we realize that, okay, people are actually looking for how to even register as voters, to be able to exercise their franchise. But the infrastructure, the technical tools are not readily available for them to make use of that and for them to get registered. So that will lead to the question, okay, if this thing continues, and can we be able to get the number of voters to be able to vote when the time is right? Because people also have their job, they have life, they have to go and live their life. So how many of them will also make the sacrifice to keep coming every week just to get registered and to obtain the PVC? So that being said, if, let me say, half the number of people get their PVC, and then on the election day, how free and fair, how secure are the hamlets, how secure are electoral pools for people to come out inside their franchise? Because if there's insecurity and there are so many unsettled issues and uproar in society or in the community, I will tell you, people would rather have that for ID card for the sake of entrance privileges than even going to vote.
Voting, like in the primaries, it's only the card bearers. It's from the card bearers, the party members. It's from them you can get the delegates. So they're the one now to determine the hope of the 70% left. You see, if me and you get involved into politics, we might be there to say, no, this person will not win the primaries. We make sure the credible candidates, the viable candidates, the person that is sellable, the one who has the vision of people at heart, wins. So the problem we just basically have is because people who are deciding for us don't even know what they are deciding. It's just that it's a process. Let's just go and do it. And they'll come out and do it for us.
Having a PVC actually is a good development. You understand? So having a good getting there. That actually is not this final solution. Yes.
The tool you have right now is that your PVC, and it gives you the mandate, the authority to stand to make a choice. Just know that your choice is just one. One vote counts a long way. I've seen elections where one person, just a vote, make the other person win the next opponent. So the PVC you have is more like your power when used properly. If you have like minds using that same power in the same direction, we can put in who we want.